is God, Bhagavan. And all women are attracted to men naturally, and men are attracted to women. So all jivas, by identity, by actual identity, are prakriti. Jiva Shakti. Tatasta Shakti. Shakti means female. Have you heard Shakti Ma? Ma Durga, Shakti Ma, Durga, Shakta. Shakta worshippers. The worshipper of the goddess. Worshippers of the goddess, Shaktas. Every Jivatma, you and me and everyone in this world is female, Prakriti. That is our polarity, that is our eternal identity. We are a negative integer. So now, who is the positive integer? The Purusha. In this case, we are feminine. The Jiva is feminine, Prakriti. You can say female or woman. And that male is the Purush Uttam, the Uttam Purush, the supreme male positive integer, and this opposite attraction combination is God and the Jivas. Paramatma and Atma, Bhagavan and Jiva. Bhagavan is the Purusha, Nityo Nityananam, Chaitanas Chaitananam, Eko Bahusham. He is the supreme eternal male positive principle, the all-attractive Krishna. Because Krishna means Karshana, means all-attractive. He represents the original supreme male attractive potency. And he is the Ek, that one supreme Purushottam, male attractive power and potency and entity. And we are all the female Prakritis, Tatasta Shakti, Jiva Shakti. We're not called Jiva Bhagavan. We're not called Jiva Purush, we're called Shakti. This is in Shastras, and Upanishads, and Purana, and Shruti. The Anu Chit, the Anu Jiv, Jiva Shakti. So when you go all the way down to the bottom line, if you just, in the early days of science, they were examining the world and saying, oh, there's earth and there's water. Reality is made of earth and water. Then they said, no, there's something called elements. Oh, different elements make up the world. The scientific theory of elements. Then they said, no, as knowledge increased or people became more understanding of the reality, well, there's more than elements, there's atoms. Oh, there's atoms. Oh, there's more than atoms, there's subatomic particles, neutrons and protons. Oh, there's more than neutrons and protons. There's neutrinos and quarks, and oh, there's more than that, and more and more and more. And finally, ad infinitum, what's the final, where does the buck stops here? What's the final point? Maybe it's consciousness. Some scientists, that after they study quantum mechanics until their brain splits in half, they study quantum mechanics until they go crazy, and they study astrophysics till they get headaches day and night. Then they say, well, maybe possibly there could be beyond matter consciousness, the anti-material particle consciousness, chit, beyond the atom, beyond the neutrino. But if we say that, that means that we, the scientists, who really don't usually believe in God, are admitting that God, the inexplicable entity, the origin of everything, that divine personality who is the substratum of every religion throughout the world, God exists. And that's a little hard for scientists to accept. But some broad-minded, more pious, thousands of scientists around the world are saying that the origin of everything is consciousness. Now let's explore the vast frontier of consciousness. There are articles in the leading scientific journals of the world, without mentioning them, about title, Frontiers of Consciousness. The new science, the unknown frontiers of consciousness. What is consciousness? And the Vedas, Upanishads, Shrutis, and Smritis have all the answers. What is consciousness? What is the nature of consciousness? Surup Lakshana of consciousness, Tatastha Lakshana of consciousness, the actions and the qualities, everything. Because everything is consciousness, Atma, and the Supreme Atma is Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Ram, Vishnu. And gradually, the broadest-minded people, the most intelligent people, like the Einsteins and the Ferlenheimers, and the great scientists of the last 50th century, the physicists and the most penetrating and exacting scientists on the face of the world, from Italy, France, Russia, and America, are all coming together in conferences in Chicago, Paris, Delhi, Calcutta, South America, and discussing consciousness. Physics, science, and consciousness. This is the title of their 3-day meetings on the weekends. You can see anywhere in journals, seminars, symposiums. So people are starting to think, well, gee, maybe there is God, maybe there is consciousness. And the seers and saints of India have been preaching this for millions of years. The origin of everything is consciousness, the supreme consciousness, Krishna. Krishnastu, Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna. So Krishna means all these things. He's that Karshan, he's that supreme, he's that opposites attract. So everyone, that's the principle, that opposites attract, that everywhere, no one denies, anywhere in the world, everyone will say, do you agree that opposites attract? Yeah, I agree. That woman attracts my senses. That man attracts my senses. Opposite genders attract. So do you ever realize that actually you are female, you're Prakriti, Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, Jiva Shakti, and you have a boyfriend, and your boyfriend's name is God. So every man, every woman on the planet has one boyfriend, one Purusha, one husband, one lover, God. Well, that is called self-realization, Atma Tattva Gyan. That is the reality. If someone says, no, men and women are not attracted to each other, I don't believe in that. If someone's preaching that, if someone goes around the world, no, opposites don't attract each other, men don't attract women. Where do you see anywhere in the world men attracting women? And where do you see anywhere in the world women attracting men? Do you see that in India? You don't see that, do you? Is it right? No men are attracted or interested or curious about women. Sure, right? Interview 1 billion men. What will they say? I love women. You interview the other 1 billion ladies. I love men. Acha. Now you interview the same 2 billion Indians and say, do you love God? Oh, God. What is wrong? You're crazy? Don't you believe in opposites attract? Men attract women, women attract men? Yes. Well, you're opposite to God. You're Prakriti, he's Purusha. You're Anochit, he's Vibhuchit. You're Anochit, minute consciousness, he's Vibhuchit, supreme. You're Anu-Anand, he's Anantanand. You're Atmanand, he's Paramatmanand. You're Atma, he's Sarvatma. He's the Atma of all Atmas, soul of all souls, king of all kings. Deva of all Deva. Deva Deva Jagatpate, Bhagavan Sri Krishna ki Jai. So if you say that, you're crazy. You're spiritually ignorant. You're in tamagun. You're foolish. You're bewildered. You're an illusion. Mo. Just like if you go to Indians or Americans, oh, are you attracted to women? No, who needs women? I just play cricket all my life. I just play cricket for my whole life and I'm happy. Acha? You're happy till you turn 18. You're happy till you turn 20 years old. Then, okay, maybe forget that. Hi, what's your cell number? You find a new game to play. You put down your cricket racket and your mask and your knee pads, knee protectors, and then you put on some different track shoes and start running on a different track. Looking for a mate. Shari.com, Bharat Matrimonials. BharatMatrimonials.com, Shari.com. Find one today.com. Get the girl of your choice.com. com.com.com.com. Lust. Com means lust. So it's Bharat matrimonials.com. It's all about calm. Every website is called calm because it's all about lust. Every website is called so-and-so.com. Am I right? C-O-M is pronounced calm in English. K-A-M means, in Hindi, K-A-M means calm, desire. So-and-so.com. So the whole internet is based on lust, which is basically true. Lust for this product, lust for that product, lust for this book, lust for this e-reader, lust for this computer gadget, lust for this camera, lust for this woman, man. Isn't it? Very ironic. .com. Indian people have fun. Well, what's your website? Oh, so-and-so.com. My website is the same thing. What is it? It says right on the TV, it says mnsbooks.com. There's some advertisement running on the bottom of this television broadcast. MNS Books, Mahanidhi I'm also desirous that you will buy our Paramarthik Pushtak. I am also desirous that you will buy our spiritual books so you will learn that we are all females, and you will learn that we're all eternal servants and lovers of God, and you will learn and discover and fall in love with the Supreme Lover, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So I have a spiritual calm station, calm website. There's the Aprakrita Calm website and the Prakrita Calm. Aprakrita, that means transcendental, desire website. Krishna. But Krishna, because he means power, but Krishna means attraction, but the power of attraction, the attractive power of love. Love above power. So Karshan means Sankarshan, gravity, all these things we describe. So that's one aspect of the word Krishna to describe Bhagavan iti ta ratri. The first verse of 29:10 is Bhagavan iti ta ratri. On those nights of the Sharad season, then Bhagavan, some Bhagavan, he appreciated the full moon and he played his flute and called someone. Which Bhagavan? Now it's told in this verse 4, Krishna, the all-powerful Krishna. But the word Krishna, being the best name of God, the most complete name of God, more complete than any other name of God. It also includes power, but then includes sweetness, intimacy, and love. Because Karshan, no force or power compels one, or moves one, or binds one, or controls one, or saturates one, or inundates one, or satisfies one, or fulfills one, than the power of love. And that supreme power of love, and that supreme lover is Krishna. Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Vrindavan. Krishna. So this is describing that personality of Godhead who could seize the gopis' minds. Grihita manasa. And that, as the gopis' minds, as this shloka says, this pada says, Brajastriya Krishna Grihita manasa. The gopis are living in Vrindavan, Brajastriya, that beautiful and chanting land of play and joy. Their minds became captivated by Bhagavan, yes, but by Krishna. Because his love, what is the nature of his love? All forms of Bhagavan have prem, and they distribute and exchange love with their devotees. Vishnu prem, Vishnu premi bhaktas. Ram prem, Ram premi bhaktas. Sita, Hanuman, Dasarath. They're all exchanging love with the Lord. But the love of Krishna is supreme. Because Krishna's love has the quality of being Krishna, all attractive. Because Krishna's love is expressed through all the 5 rasas. Dasirati, Shantarati Prem, Dasirati Prem, Sakyarati Prem, Vatsalyarati Prem, Madhurayarati Prem, Parakiya Bhav Madhurayarati Prem, Swakiya Bhav Madhurayarati Prem. Conjugal amorous love as a husband, amorous conjugal romantic love as a lover without being married, or enjoying the wives of others in Vrindavan with the Gopavadus, the gopis, the wives of the gopas. And then all the gona rasas fully expressed, the 7 secondary rasas, hasya ras, adbhuta ras, vibhatsa ras, and then bhaya ras. So many rasas are there. So Krishna, only Krishna, and no other form of Bhagavan is described as Rasaraj Bhagavan. Rasaraj Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Rasavati Radha. And the Ras Leela, Ramchandra has no Ras Leela, Vishnu has no Ras Leela. Unheard of, impossible, an impossible feat or Leela. It does not fit that name of Ram or Vishnu. It does not fit that presentation of Godhead. But Krishna is the completest form. That's why Krishna is called Purnatam Bhagavan. Purna Uttam. Vishnu and Ram are Purna Bhagavan, complete, full in love, power, omnipotency. But not as full as Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. These are the words of Vyasa Muni and Shukadeva Goswami and Bhagavad Puran and all the great rishis. Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna means the attraction of love. He can attract everyone. How? Because of his incredible beauty, his incredible sweetness and charm and affectionate. He extends his affection down to the most unqualified, undeserving creature. He gives his love and the greatest degree of love and intimacy of love to the lowest level, to a witch who comes to kill him. 6-day-old defenseless baby in Gokul, Nandalal, 6 days old, just lying on his back. She snatches him, flies in the sky to kill him. And Krishna loves her so much and extends his love so much and so deeply and unlimitedly that he turns that witch into his mother. He turns that murderess into his mother, Datri in Goloka. That's an incredible display of love and oceanic compassion. Not found. Read Ramayana, read Ramcharitamanas. You will not find such an example of love and compassion, karunya and prema. Someone comes to surrender and present themselves, beautiful demigoddess, the sister of Ravana. Ravana is a Brahmin, handsome figure, only one head. If he's fighting, he has Astasiddhis. He can have 10 heads, more weapons, more intelligence to outwit you. But when he was conquering kingdoms and kings like Indra, he had one beautiful form and head. Powerful body, one of the most beautiful, handsome men in the universe, Ravan, in Treta Yuga. And the queens and ladies of other kings throughout the universe and demigods, they willfully went with him when he conquered their husbands and kidnapped them because of his power. And his sister is less. Shupurnaka, so beautiful. Practically, when she went to Ram and offered herself, you're a king, your father is Dasarath, your father has 365 queens. This is a fact. Powerful king, Dasarath. One queen for every day. And I am coming to be your second one? Am I not as beautiful as Sita? And was she loved and promoted and accepted by Ram? Hardly. It's well known what happened to her. It's Leela. But that same person came into Krishna's Leela. Shuparnika. Who was that in Krishna Leela? Trivakra. Trivakra means she was bent in 3 places because she was chopped in 3 places. Where was she chopped by Lakshman? 1, 2, 3. Nose, ears, and ego. If you chop a woman's face, you've killed her, have you not? That's also a chopping. You may chop my finger, but if you chop off my head, I'm dead. So a woman minus beauty is a dead woman. That type of woman Krishna is so loving, so compassionate. When that same person, Shuparnika, came to offer herself to Ramchandra, her request was denied. Because Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam, Ek Patni Brata Keval, only Sita. And she argued, she's a Brahmani, she's a princess, the sister of Ravana. Shuparnika, how is it you only have one wife? Your father Dasharath has so many wives, hundreds of wives. Can't you accept at least 2? No. Lakshman, dispose of this Rakshashi. And then, what happened? But when she came in Krishna Leela as Trivakra, hunchback, Krishna made her beautiful, more beautiful than Lakshmi Devi. And then she said, oh my beloved, oh my pyar, oh my lover, please give me your hand, accept mine. And Krishna said, yes, Kubja, I will come to your house in future days that I'm staying in Mathura and satisfy your all whims and desires. This is Krishna's love. So Krishna means the supreme lover. So see, Krishna means power, Krishna means love and power. The supreme power is exhibited by Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. And the supreme love and prema is exhibited by Swayam Bhagavan Krishna and no other form. Ram. The night rovers are coming to disturb the yajna. Hey, Bhagavan. Hare. So we see by these examples that Krishna's love is the greatest. So now the hero of the Ras Leela, the love story, is introduced as Krishna, that powerful Krishna. So much power, he could capture the minds of the gopis. And no one else could capture the minds of the gopis. No other form of God has such power to capture the mind or the life like Krishna. You see, oftentimes, people that worship Vishnu or people that worship Ram, sometimes they take up the worship of Krishna. And they become very interested and attracted to worshiping Krishna. But once one is a worshipper of Krishna, Gopal, or Brajendra Nandan, or Kaishora Krishna, or Vamshidhari, he never gives up the worship of Krishna to worship any other one. Especially yogis and worshippers of Brahman, oftentimes they come to worship Krishna. My Gurudev was preaching in America. He would meet many followers of the Raj Yoga path, many teachers, they were even teachers of Ashtanga Yoga. And they would start reading Bhagavatam, Dasamaskanda, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And then they would become very attracted. to the Bhakti Marg and lose their interest in the Gyan Marg. Krishna would captivate them. Krishna would capture them and enchant them with his leelas, Makhan Chor and Jula and Ras Leela. And then they would go to their gurus, their Indian gurus whom they met in America and Europe. And some of these, my Guru Bhais who eventually joined this Krishna Bhakti movement, Krishna consciousness movement, they would have discussions with their gurus and acharyas who were Indian acharyas of Gyan Marg and Yoga Marg and say, listen, Guruji, we're very interested in the Bhakti Marg, in the Bhakti path of Bhakti described in Gita. In fact, when we first started pursuing a life of transcendence and self-realization, we were about 14 years old and looking towards the East, looking towards yoga and all these interests. We started studying Ashtanga Yoga, then Raj Yoga, and we met some gurus. And one guru had an international movement which still exists today in a very powerful way. This movement has universities and in India and all over, they have hospitals overseas. Very big, powerful movement to bless the world with their particular line of teachings. And the Acharya, guru and founder of that movement gave me his Bhagavad Gita. The first Bhagavad Gita I ever read. And I was so very beautiful tikas and explanations. And I read the book and I understood about Bhagavad Gita that the goal of Bhagavad Gita, the teaching of Bhagavad Gita is yoga and consciousness and realizing the supreme nirvana and divine consciousness. This was my understanding of Bhagavad Gita. And then I received another Bhagavad Gita. And I read that and I said, wait a minute. My Guruji gave me a Bhagavad Gita and it talked about karma and yoga and dhyan yoga. And that's all. And I understood that and I was studying those teachings of Raj Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and doing meditation, chanting particular mantras and different types of pranayama. But I received this other Bhagavad Gita from some gentleman with some Urdhva Pandra tilak on his forehead and some choti, some shika. And I read that and I said, Are, your Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, Atara Adhyaya, and my Guruji has a worldwide movement and so famous everywhere. His Bhagavad Gita, my Guru gave me, only has 6 chapters. I thought Bhagavad Gita only had 6 Adhyaya, 6 chapters. And my newfound friend said, no, Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. 6 chapters are about Gyan Yoga, Karma and Gyan. And 6 chapters are about Bhakti. 6 chapters are about Karma Yoga. 6 chapters are about Bhakti Yoga. And 6 chapters are about Gyan Yoga. There's 3 yogas. Huh? I didn't know. I thought there was only this Gyan Yoga which includes the Ashtanga Yoga method. That's what my Guru taught me. So, and then I went to my Guru, I said, I'm reading your Gita, but I read this other Gita, and many other people like this have also come. And I see there's something called bhakti, and there's a personal God, and you can love that God, and serve Him, and live eternally with Him, and love. And I was, of course, before I took up this Gyan Raj Yoga path, I was a Christian. We believed in God the Father and the Son of God and love of God. And so then the Guruji was very nice. He said, if you want to learn about bhakti, if you want to learn about devotional love of God, then I suggest that you go learn from Swami Bhaktivedanta. You should learn from Swami Bhaktivedanta, who later I came to know was Nityalila Pravishtom Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who became my divine savior and my Sadguru, my Diksha Guru and my teacher, Nitya Guru. Myself, although I was not a teacher of that, I was a student, and many others after me that were actually students of that line of yoga, they inquired from their teacher and he told them, if you want to learn the Bhakti Marg path and worship Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you go to Bhaktivedanta and you read the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So this is a very interesting phenomenon in the material world, that there are many Bhagavad Gitas. There are about 700 editions of Bhagavad Gita in English with various commentaries and tikas. And even one Bhagavad Gita that only has 6 chapters. So this is a very amazing and variegated world. The point is that Krishna is so attractive. The word Krishna to describe Godhead. This verse is Brajastriya Krishna. Then what happened? Grihita Manasa. That Krishna has the power to attract the minds of yogis. This is what my example is telling you. Has the Krishna, that form of Godhead who is supreme power and supreme love and beauty and intimacy and sweetness and affection, he has the power to attract Gyan yogis and teachers of Gyan and Raj Yoga to become bhaktas and follow this higher path of bhakti, divine love, devotional service, the Bhakti Marg. So in this way we see, and Krishna's power is saying that Krishna Grihita Manasa, that Krishna had the power to attract the minds of the gopis and not anyone else, not any other form of Godhead. So we would like to tell a Leela, a pastime about Krishna, the power of this Krishna, Brajastriya Krishna Grihita Manasa. There's a very beautiful pastime or Leela, Krishna Leela, with the Brajastriya and Krishna, and another form of Godhead. That form of Godhead is most popular throughout the Shrutis. When one is talking about Bhagavan, generally the word Vishnu is mentioned there. This particular Leela of the Brajastriya and Krishna, which illustrates the fact or the tattva, this line of this pada 29.4, Brajastriya Krishna Grihita Manasa, that Krishna and Krishna alone, his life, his Leela, his teachings, has the power to attract everyone in the universe, from the yogi to the jnani, what to speak of the gopis. And Vishnu is so powerful, and Vishnu is so attractive. But Krishna, and in Padma Puran, this pastime is described and often cited by the Mahajanacharyas. Once, in the spring season, Vasant Ritu, most beautiful, welcome season of the year, because here in Vrindavan, Varsana, Nandagram, the winters are very cold and harsh. And after the winter, there's a break, there's relief with Vasant. And everyone celebrates the arrival of spring season. The sorso fool blossoming in the fields everywhere, yellow mustard flowers. Not just yellow, but green and yellow, a mixture of greenish yellow, very lively and very